Minimum wage increase will shut down a mass amount of businesses. Watch this.
Rising wages, California's fast food workers started earning more money today, 25% more than they were making yesterday. The pay raise could mean higher prices at some restaurants and has reportedly prompted at least one Central Valley business to shutter.
Today, the employees of the Foster's Freats in Lemoore showed up for work but got their last paycheck instead. Action News anchor Nick Garcia was in Lemoore tonight and talked to workers about the abrupt closure.
Some of the people who worked at this Foster's Freeze thought it was an April Fool's Day joke until they saw the close sign for themselves and reality sunk in.
I was like, okay, April Fool's, be for real. Not April Fool's. I realized that she was not joking. I drove straight over here and got my last check.
Monica Navarro got a phone call from her general manager informing her the location would not open for business again. All day, would-be customers drove in, then away, as they learned what the employees learned Monday morning. How does that feel to show up and there just not be a job?
Pause. Your feelings don't even matter. Your feelings does not even matter. But, chat. If you're a business owner, right? Is it beneficial for you to have minimum wage increase? Does that hurt your profit margin? Put a yes down below. Put a no down below. I really want to know what you think. I really want to know what you think. Put a yes down below. Or put a no down below. According to the assembly line of business, right? I also want to know what you think about this. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe that business owners, right? Who's the first to go? Is it the employee? Is it the actual CEO or the business owner? Or is it the shareholders? Put a 1 in the chat if it's the employee. Put a 2 in the chat if it's the business owner. Put a 3 in the chat if it's the shareholders. I'm gonna give y'all a couple seconds. The correct answer is 1, the employee. The employee is generally the first to go. They're the most disposable. They're disposable. This is why they're disposable. They're disposable because if they don't abide or they want more money than what's needed to run the daily operation, chop and block. Business owners have to find a way to make profit and to keep profit coming. So now I see why most of these business owners are invested in AI, invested in robotics to keep their daily operation going, because the cost of living is going to keep skyrocketing up. It's never going to go down. Ever since I was born, the cost of living had always been rising since day one. So if you're not rising beyond that, you will be considered falling behind, right? So on that note, the employee is the first to go. The business owners have to secure the profit, and the shareholders are the last to go. In fact, the shareholders, they need them because that's who invests in their business. That's who dumps a lot of money in their stocks for dividends or XYZ, some type of benefit. If not, they're not going to get the liquidity or the mass amount of cash. Let's talk basic English here, 3rd grade level. They're not going to get a large lump sum of money in order to keep on their balance sheet just in case of emergency or moving things around. So who gave all these employees the right to ask for these wages, not knowing that these wages are the reason why you on the chopping block? The wages are the reason why the price of goods is going up. Because if they have to pay you more, then the thing that you're selling for them has to cost more, because that's what's truly paying you, the products and the services. Can we talk about it? Make it make sense, because California, y'all just asked for a $50 minimum wage, which means the price of a Whopper from McDonald's or a steak is gonna be 6 times the amount. Imagine you going to a restaurant and that same 6 ounce of steak, right? With the trimmings and all of that, the asparagus, the mashed potatoes, have you lived, the macaroni, right? Imagine that whole meal now is $350 for one plate. I doubt that most of you guys are gonna be going on a date. For what? One steak on one plate costs you $350? That's bad for business. The reason why people go out to eat and go out to this is because it's not so much of a difference in pricing. But if it's a great gap in the difference in pricing, they're gonna stay home, which means that the business is now shut down. So you see the side effect of it. A business don't want to get shut down, so they're gonna find alternative ways in order to stay afloat and or in order to keep making profit. But let's continue, because Jose Bogato, he don't get it. I guess this is Jose right here. He don't get it. What's that? Look a bit zesty. Put zesty down below, because he don't get it.
Jarring. It's like, okay, you can go home, and then it's like, I thought I was gonna work today.
It's hard to take it when there was no notice at all.
The closure comes the same day California's minimum wage for fast food workers rises to $20 an hour. Economic experts have been predicting closures and layoffs in the months leading up to the hike.
It's coming.
Most of the time, not all of the time. The business owners have to pass those cost increases on to the consumer.
At this Foster's Freeze,
Do y'all hear it? The business owners have to pass the cost to the consumer. The consumer price index, we know, is skyrocketing, the CPI, right? But let me talk in basic terms. The cost of you buying something right now, you barely can afford what you're buying. Yesterday's price is not today's price. Fat Joe, if you get what I'm saying. The same thing from Dollar Tree is no longer $1. It's about $3 to $4. So someone is paying the price for the increase, and it's generally is not the employee or the employer. It's generally the consumer. And then if the consumer don't want to pay the price, guess what? Game over. But let's continue. That's just from an economical point of view. See, most people don't understand finances, don't understand budgeting, don't understand leveraging and all these things, right? You gotta break it down to people. Because I don't want to talk above people's head. Let's just break it down. Let's just keep it on the third grade level. But let's continue.
Assistant General Manager tells us that was supposed to be the plan. Increased prices and shortened shifts.
He had actually talked to us like we were preparing to pay $20 an hour. Like it wasn't a possibility of us closing. He had said, like, all right, on the schedules, we're going to run smaller crews. We're going to do a little bit shorter shifts. People are going to get the hours cut a little bit, but we'll be able to make it work. We're going to raise some prices, but, like, we're good.
That all changed Monday morning. Navarro says the owner told her he just couldn't afford to pay the new minimum wage. We called him to ask about the closure.
When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hi, Lauren. This is Nick Garcia calling from ABC 30.
At the time of this broadcast, we have not heard back from him. Now his former employees are worried about finding a new job.
Look for a job, because what else am I gonna do besides look for a job? Because I don't have one anymore.
I know what you could do. Be an entrepreneur. Stop depending on employee in order to get paid. Go get your own money. Find something to sell. Find something to innovate. Find something to create. Because we all know that these basic jobs are going out of business anyway. From this cash registers to stocking to all the basic jobs, right? To look at the automotive industry. They're getting replaced. They're getting replaced because the machines are, their output is more than a human. So that's the thing. They don't need breaks. They don't need vacation. They don't need health plans, though they do need maintenance. But that's a whole nother thing. You know, they need these things. They don't need maintenance. So if they don't need any of these things that these humans need, it means that they can make your company profitable and go to the limits that a human cannot take you. So as a business owner, they're going to invest in what's best for them. And that's not what's best for you. Can we talk about it? Student loans going to keep going up. Most of the people are going for basket weaving degrees that don't produce anything and or help out society after you transcend. So if it's not in the science, tech, engineering, or math, or in the department that's adding value to your community or anything along that nature, it's no point of doing it. You gotta remember, colleges are business too. That's a big business. They get a big B. So I think in the next 10 years, I'm eager to see, and I'm gonna be updating you guys, right? So in 10 years, I check on my progress with this. I like to do things in decade spaces, then check on my results, right? So in 10 years, we're gonna see the verdict. We're gonna see what really matters. We're gonna see the verdict. And if we can see the verdict of these things, right, then we will know, hey, machines here to take over, AI is here to take over, these algorithms are outperforming us. And due to computer laws, it's exponential growth. So what takes us 10 years, right, it could take the machine a millisecond to learn, especially dealing with a quantum machine. So to me, the future is robotics. The future is AI. The future isn't employees. And I think the business sector is letting us all know about this. Everything is about to get replaced and or interrupted. Now, some businesses will close because of this, but new business modules and structure will always present itself. So this is a great opportunity here. We're not promoting fear or anything along that nature. On that note, smash that like button. Tell a friend and tell a friend. This is the beginning. This is not the end. Another episode of the Healthy Discussion Show. Leave your thoughts down below. I really want to know what you think. Hit that ding, 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 ding. Hit that bell notification so you can stay updated to the daily drop. Remember, positivity over negativity always. Peace, loves, and blessings.